Hello guys, welcome back. In today's video we're going to talk about level 40, how to get to it efficiently without wasting too much, and what happens at level 40, how to prepare, what to prepare. First of all, do not waste your polychromes because you are going to regret it. If you're not a super whale spending 200 euros or dollars per day, you shouldn't touch this at all. You need all the agents that are coming in the future. You will need them. We are nowhere near completion when it comes to a roster of what it's available for us. We are missing so many type of agents and type of elements that you shouldn't really be wasting these. Also, if you feel like any type of FOMO because of Shiyu defense, don't, because Shiyu defense is not going to go anywhere until the end of patch 1.0. Not even the critical node. The critical node is going to have 7 stages, going to give you maybe 30-40 polychromes per stage, which is like what? 2 pulls? Wow, and you spend 5 pulls to get to the critical node? I don't think it's that worth, okay? So even if you were to miss it, you're not missing much. So you shouldn't use polychromes to get to it. But shield defense is still something you need to try and prepare for, at least the normal one. You're going to need forever, you're going to need 2 teams. So what you should do is try to focus on leveling up and gearing up your first team, the first 3 main characters that you use, and then after you're done with those, you get to the second group. So one team, after you're done, get to the second team. I'm not talking about CDs, anything but CDs during this preparation phase, okay? Don't touch the CDs, I will explain you why. First of all, when it comes to material prefarm, what material are you prefarming for, or should you prefarming for? It depends on who are you using, which characters are you using and you want to build up, and when to reply to that question, to answer that question, it depends who are you using. Now, first of all, what you need to do is go crazy on your DPS, and then after you're done with the DPS building, now you move on to the other characters for your team. For example, for my Ice team, I'm going to be using Ellen, Lycaon, and Sokaku. Now, first I'm going to build Ellen, then I'm going to build Sokaku and Lycaon, and then I'm going to move on the second team. Now, for the details, when we go to a Ellen Jo, for example, what the first thing I want to do is level her to 40, obviously, and then we're going to the skills. Now, on the skills, we have the core passive and the actual skills. Now, when it comes to core passive, obviously on the DPS is way more impact, because anything that this is giving you is a power increase, like crit rate, basic attack, crit rate again, plus 1 level each one of ABC on your main core ability. Now, not everybody should be getting ABC unlocked. We'll check in just a second. Now, when it comes to Ellen, I feel like you should focus more on skill, ultimate, and basic attack, depending on how her kit is, right? Maybe some of the characters don't really need the basic attack. Maybe some characters are more focused on spamming the E. For example, Grace is going to spam E many times, so you want to maybe get more out of the E besides the basic attack, which you don't really need more damage for, okay? So obviously, when you then moving into another role, for example the stunner, what you need on the stunner? Do you need skill on the stunner? Maybe not. You need ultimate on the stunner? Surely not. You're never gonna use the ultimate on a stun character or on a support character. Depends obviously on their kit, but that it needs to be an ultimate that it's so powerful that it's worth leveling up, and for now I don't think that's the case. So what you should do is, for example, a supporter or a stunner. When it comes to Lycaon, for example, I leveled up his main attack and I leveled up his E, his skill. Now, as you can see here, I didn't level up ABC because what I was getting from B and C wasn't worth spending the 70-80 stamina required to get these mats, maybe even more. Now, if you think it's worth, go ahead, but it depends on the character and what they're giving you. For example, Ambi might be easier to build up or more worth to build up depending on what you're getting. You still need a bunch of materials, so keep that in mind. Might still not be worth, but read it anyway in case they give you some really good improvements in the core passive, or they give you a higher value, good stat increase here at the top, right? So when it comes to this character, depending on the role, you need to select different type of skills. And once you are trying to level up these skills, you will eventually end up maxing it out, and the next level up is going to ask you for purple materials. Now, purple materials are extremely scarce even after level 40, and you're gonna have to do many runs to get enough. Now, this is for only from 7 to 8. Now, we should be able to get to like level 9 or 10 maybe before the next threshold, the next big gate. So keep in mind, you're going to have to pre-farm a lot of these if you want to be ready at level 40 to immediately level up to the max your main DPSs at least. So try to keep in mind how many materials are you going to need, how many materials are these. You can craft this and check. For example, you need 3 blue to do 1 purple. Now, when we go to this, as you can see, I will only be able to level this once, and considering that I have to level them multiple times, it's going to be so many materials. It's going to be 5 here, it's going to be 5 here, and it might be higher on the next tier. Yeah, we can check at level 8 we will use 5, at level 9, so after this level up we're going to use, it's going to ask us for 8. That is a lot, okay? And this, we're gonna stop at level 9. After that, it requires level 55. And it's gonna start asking for 10 and 12 purple ones and 15, right? So keep that in mind. You're gonna do some math, calculate how many materials you need. This is very important because you can do it now while you wait, because these are guaranteed power increase that you will be getting once you get to level 40. Now it's time to check the equipment. In the equipment, I think that's another guaranteed power is the W engine. Level up your W engine to the max. Do not level up too much if it's something that you're going to replace, that you know that you're going to replace. So if you're using like a blue one for now. That said, do not care about the CD ever before level 40. The CDs, even though after level 35 you will be able to do the stages that have a chance to give you a yellow, using all of that stamina to layers of RNG that you can get fucked on, it's not wise in my opinion. I would focus on, you saw how many materials you need, right? I would focus more on preparing the mats for when you need to get to the purple, when you need the purple. Get the blue mats now so you can convert them to purple. That's a guaranteed increase compared to farming CDs. At least from level 30 to like 37-ish, after you're done and leveled up your 2 main teams and everybody's level 40 with all of the important skills leveled up, now you can double a little bit on the CDs. Moving on, you need to do your affinity mission. You are missing out on many character progression materials. You are missing out on extra materials that you might not get, missing out on the wallpaper here, and you are missing out on a lot of XP. By not doing the trust missions, you will never get the trust mission here from the schedule. Now, what happens is when you are raising a character and you get past a certain threshold of affinity, maybe you're like close friends or something, you will start getting frequent trust missions that are like outside of the system, and they're just extra. By doing those, you also will be progressing your affinity. Now, by getting this affinity up, you will get the Proxy Primer request done. What is that? If you go to the Proxy Primer, here it's going to ask you to upgrade 1 agent trust to trust level 3. Now, this is trial 8. On trial 9, it will ask you to level 1 agent to trust level 4, which takes like 2 or 3 days. So if you want to clear this one and get some extra XP, you should be doing this gradually. You can progress 3 characters at the same time every day, every daily reset of the game. So keep that in mind. You should start to do that as soon as possible. Before you end up getting locked behind this, like, oh, I'm still level trial 8, what the fuck is happening, right? Another important thing for the XP is when you go to your random play, you need to check and do all of the missions that are giving you XP. There are a lot of plays that give you XP that you might not realize. For example, doing a stage of Holo Zero that you didn't do before, that you didn't do yet, clearing it is going to give you 600 XP for the first clear. So if you have multiple of those, if you've been slacking, this is where some good XP is. You can go there and do one clear for every new type of map that you have unlocked. Then you can go here and do all of the character stories, the agent stories that you might have unlocked. Finish all of the stories. They're going to give you 400, not necessarily each, but it's going to be a lot of XP, and it's also going to unlock, if you also own the character, it's going to unlock the contact in your DMs, so you can start to risk them up, right? Obviously, the classic do all of your quests, it's always there. But let's move on. I think you should ignore CDs until level 40. Because you can get some CDs here and there. CDs are not going to be that big of a deal unless they're perfect or really, really good. They don't really give you that much. So at least try to just complete a set and ignore the stats as much as you can, and do not, for the love of God, level them up to 12. If you happen to get a good purple, do not level them up to level 12. It's gonna cost a lot of purple mats, and you're gonna regret it because you're going to eventually remove that one and dismantle it. Try to wait until you can do a little bit after level 38, but not that much. Just if you're curious, maybe you want the yellow version of a set, you can maybe do that one. I wouldn't do it, but at least complete a set on purples. Ignore the main stats, and after you level 40, once you're done getting the guaranteed increases, now you can focus on the CDs, in my opinion, okay? Now, another important thing is that we are getting new characters. So, if you are one of those people that are going to pull for Zuyan, that are going to pull for Chinyi or Jane, you're going to want to pre-plan for those characters. So, what materials do they need? What role are they? Right? So we know that some rumors are saying, wink, that Chinyi is going to be stun electro, and rumors are saying that Jane, wink, is going to be physical anomaly. So they're probably in their 5 stars, so they're probably going to have the same materials required that your main 5 stars are requiring. So if you have like Lycaon, for example, you can check this one, how many materials does Lycaon need. So this one is going to need, okay, so this level 3-4 is going to need 2 of these. It's going to be this, but electro, right? So you can pre-plan, pre-farm for these characters. Also, if you're pulling for Zuyan, now you want to level up Nicole. So if you didn't do it already, you need to pre-level Nicole before Zuyan arrives. So then once Zuyan arrives, you're probably most likely going to be also level 40 on your internet. Now you have Nicole ready to go. Now you pull Zuyan, you already pre-farm for the materials, immediately level her up to speed to everybody else, and now she's immediately usable, okay? That's really good, in my opinion, and something that you should keep in mind, future characters, when you are approaching a threshold, if you are done with your character. So rather than getting CDs and hoping for 7 layers of RNG, to get lucky, you should probably prioritize materials more than anything else. Materials and W engines, and prepare everything for those future characters if you are pulling for them. So, there are also some stamina-free encounters that you can do, which is the weekly. If you go to the weekly, you can do it, of course, 3 times a week. Select the character that you need, the difficulty, and it's either the hand or the living drive or the finale dance shoes, right? So after these, depending on which character needs this, prepare for, get those done. You will also get these materials that are really good for getting some extra CD stuff, like the resin equivalent of the game on Casper. You can buy this, for example. The tuning calibrator, this will unlock a level 40, so don't worry about it. Level 40, you'll be able to buy it, it's 2k. And then those materials are also pretty good. You can buy the extra CD pulls, CD, level up, boop on, a lot of things. So that is pretty good, but that is it. Let me know if I forgot anything else, if you would like to point something else out. So that is it. Subscribe for more video about ZZZ. Like the video, come to my Twitch at twitch.tv/Jakazin. For anything else, leave a comment, okay? So thank you for watching and see you next time.